Good evening, sim racing fans. Welcome to Stam Studio Network and welcome to the beginning of the chase for the Overdrive Gen 6 Cup Series. We're live at the virtual racing capital of the world, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. My name's Sean Stam. I got the one, I got the only, Marvin Tater, we like to call him. Marvin Samayor, how are you doing on this wonderful, wonderful race evening?
Doing great, Sean. Looking forward to today's Indy race. Should be a lot of action today.
I can't wait for it myself. Going to see some high-speed action as well as some high-speed moves being made into 1 and 3. Take a look at our point standings real quick, and it's those top 12 drivers that are highlighted, that you also will see highlighted on timing and scoring, as those top 12 are the drivers who made it into the chase here. Delgado leading us on to the point standings. Brian Reyes right there behind him. Travis Farmer still sits P3. Very nice, consistent, clean season for Mr. Farmer. Trenton Johns, Michael Ponder Jr., Nicholas Rode, Ryan Kilbashian, Colin Grace, Michael Durham, Mike Chapman, Samuel Litchfield, and Jeremy Pienta rounding out those top 12 drivers. As we cut live to virtual trackside action here, Marvin, what do you think we're going to have to take a look at, especially with it being as foggy as it is here today from Indy?
Oh, especially with the fog and temperature. I mean, it's going to be cool. There's a little bit of a breeze, so that might have play to it. I think tire management is going to be the one thing that you're going to want to keep an eye on.
I am right there with you. That tire management as well as fuel management, only 60% in the fuel tank tonight. We do have those 4 tire sets available, but like we just saw in the championship race, you can have those tires available, but it is when you do use them. We'll take a look at our Stam Studio Network starting grid tonight, as it looks like I believe Samuel Litchfield slapped it out there on the pole with a 51.835. Angel Delgado out of Limit Motorsports slaps it up there on the front row, almost tying the lap time with that 0.049 seconds slower than Samuel Litchfield. Brian Reyes starts third. Travis Farmer starts fourth on the outside of the second row. Virgil Perryman out of MTL Motorsports. Nicholas Rode out of Canadian Motorsports starts sixth. Ryan Kilbashian, Corey Calfers Jr., Mike Chapman, and Logan Perryman making out that top 10. Michael Ponder Jr. starts 11th. Trenton Johns, Michael Durham Jr., Colin Grace out of Green Phantom Motorsports. He was our race winner just a week ago, locking himself into the chase as well as getting that win done from Dega. And then Liam, well, in the 212 out there, he's up there in race control just beside us. Liam, thanks for coming out here tonight and taking up race control. Marvin, thank you for joining us tonight up in the co-commentator booth, as well as thanks to all the race fans. We're going to take a look at the old YouTube chats. We know that you like to pop off and let us know who you're rooting on for. Well, let us know who you're rooting for tonight as Angel Delgado and Samuel Litchfield take that front row. Marvin, who do you kind of like here tonight? We've seen some really nice pace out of these. I wouldn't even call Indy kind of an intermediate track, but these 1.5 miles and above tracks. Angel Delgado with this 3,000 oval I rating. He's had some pace, but I mean, Brian Reyes in the 21, he's got 3,500 oval I rating as well.
Oh, man, I don't know. I'm looking at Farmer. He looks pretty sporty right now. He's kind of been, like, just slowly throughout the whole season, been just chipping away, kind of just, like, towards the top 5 consistently. So,
it's going to be a fun one to watch. Just a couple more corners until that pace car dives into the safety of pit lane. Samuel Litchfield, Brian Reyes, Angel Delgado, Samuel Litchfield, Travis Farmer, Reyes, Delgado, and Litchfield are out here up in the front of the pack. These race restarts can get pretty wonky here from Indy, as it is a long, long ways until that Brickyard start-finish line here. It's a little bit foggy here from Indy. It's a cool day, but you're going to have to keep on a hold of these tires as the green flag is out. Barney waves it loud and proud. We are green flag racing here from the World Center of Racing. Oh, Delgado!
Like somebody, a couple of people. Oh, the 13 kept it off the wall, but I cannot say the same. I think it's the 27 of Colin Grace. And I believe who's the other car? I can't remember. I can't see.
think that was Colin Grace, as well as Corey Calfers Jr., I believe, was involved there in the number 82 machine. That started out there about 12th and 13th position, and I was just saying it, as we gotta be careful on these race restarts, and we did get about there going into turn one. We'll have to take a look at this SAM Studio Network race replay. Michael Ponder Jr., Corey Calfers Jr., Colin Grace all involved here.
Oh man, Colin Grace tried to keep it off of Corey Coffins Jr. on the number 82 right there, but he spun himself out. But I mean, it looks like it didn't get too much damage, so he'll be able to correct it back up again, and might have to just get some tires because I'm pretty sure they're flat spotted.
Take a look at the overhead shots here. It's got to get the bifocals out here to see it, but it really starts checking up here into turn one. There's Corey Calfers Jr. He was involved, so about middle of your screen. Kind of starts to, looks like almost loses it there, then overcorrects it, and then maybe up towards that outside wall he finds himself here. Oh, there's Delgado. Maybe this was kind of a reaction here at the back of the pack after Delgado got into the wall. Take another look here. Side by side going into turn one, and look at Samuel Litchfield and Delgado leaving each other all sorts of room. And then out here at the exit of turn number two, Delgado, there's Corey Calfers Jr. just pancakes it, as well as tags the lean green machine. I believe that's Logan Perryman. All right, Marvin, let's hop behind the wheel here. Let's hop on board with Mr. Colin Grace. Oh yeah, it's saved, and it's saved, and then,
Yeah, I think he thought it was gonna get clear under, but I think when the car came back up in front of him, he had to check up and lock it up and just spin it. It was either hit him or just spin it right there.
Probably ensued less damage doing that than rather than smacking him there, I would think. So we are back here pacing for the first caution tonight. It started on lap one there. Samuel Litchfield still up and into the lead after that flying of a qualifying lap. Brian Reyes sits P2, Travis Farmer, Marvin Tater's pick here tonight, looking pretty good. Gains a spot earlier on as Delgado is still in pit lane. So is Corey Calfers Jr. Virgil Perryman, Nicholas Rode, Ryan Kilbashian, Mike Chapman, Trenton Johns, Michael Durham Jr., and Colin Grace rounding out the top 10. Now, Marvin, we listened in here on, I believe we're on board with Colin Grace right here. Already, maybe explain to the race fans out there that don't know, why is that 27 here getting silenced down these straightaway and in the corners?
So with this race, since they are 60% fuel, I'm pretty sure Colin Grace is right now. He's just shutting off the car right now, pushing in the clutch, keeping it in neutral as he gets a little bit of momentum, and then turning it back on. Basically, what that's doing is saving some fuel, so he extends that fuel mileage and doesn't have to come into pit road as soon as possible.
I'm liking the call. I'm liking the strategy as well, because it's still what lap maybe 1-2 of the race that we're coming to here, and well, it's already strategy that could either make you or break you. We're already kind of getting throughout the whole season, working into the chase now, and then if you're just now joining us, well, first of all, thank you, and second of all, when we do get timing and scoring back up, that's what those yellow highlighted drivers' names are there, lock themselves into the chase after 2 weekends ago at Daytona, where, hey, we did see Colin Grace come away with the race win. Corey Calfers Jr., P2, Trenton Johns, Nicholas Rode, and then Hewling Cowser. That was a wild super speedway race. We're here from Indy. It's a little bit different style of racing, but these race restarts, they're still going to be pretty wild. On board with Nicholas Rode here. Oh man, we don't have any live driver cams, but Marvin, what goes through your head on one of these race restarts as you try to rip through second up to third and then try to hit fourth gear before turn one?
being right now that we don't have too many laps under green, it's a little bit rough since you kind of like, unfortunately, the pace of the race so far has been under caution. So the only thing you want to do is try to learn with these next 10 laps and try to get an idea for the pace, see where your car is at, see where your competitors are at, and then just try to use that information for later in the race right now.
I like it. We're going to school. We're learning every single bit that we can. Samuel Litchfield, we've learned that he is fast so far, but he's fast about that first half of the lap. We'll see what he's got on this short run, as well as if we do get a little bit of a longer run in. Brian Reyes already gained that spot after Delgado. He's back off of pit lane. Corey Calfers Jr. is still in pit lane. So, man, Corey Calfers Jr., the highs and lows, the yins and yangs of NASCAR racing, finishing P2, shown down a lap right now. Wait for that green flag as it's just a little bit longer straightaway here until we get into that Geico restart zone. Samuel Litchfield, the field is in your hands. Green flag racing once again up here from Indy.
Looks like Samuel Litchfield's got a pretty decent run on that restart. I think Reyes is just going to tuck right back in line between Farmer and Litchfield. Looks like Litchfield in third, and then looks like Road in 4 with Perryman 3-1 on the backstretch.
Hang on to it. That's the 07 up top of Mike Chapman. Michael Durham Jr. is trying to look down low. Ryan Kilbashian tries to look down the inside here in 3 and 4. Making the pass happen here, at least on corner entry. No, he's going to compromise that corner exit. Still side by side. Here we go through 3 and 4. He's going to slide up the track. Contact between the 10 and the 0-1. That's going to send Michael Durham up the track, searching for some grip. Mike Chapman takes away P6 with that battle. Virgil Perryman, Travis Farmer, Nicholas Road make 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Here comes that battle for the race lead. Brian Reyes looks quarter clear. Passes Litchfield up to P1.
Brian Reyes right now P1 with Litchfield. I mean, so far he was leading a few laps in the beginning of this race. 5-6, but it looks like Litchfield just
Nicholas Road hitting 190 miles an hour into the turn. Oh, he gets off the throttle. He's going to lose a little bit of corner exit speed, but he's still hanging with Samuel Litchfield and Brian Reyes. Battle for the race lead continues to heat up. 6 laps down. 70 here today. Make our way back towards that front straightaway. Nicholas Road, and he's got a little bit of a run. Samuel Litchfield throws that block. Here comes Road. He's going to look up high, then tries to settle it back down low. And 1 and 2 don't look down. And Travis Farmer starts to join this battle as well.
Top 3 spots. Trying to get a little peek there to Litchfield. Litchfield peeking on the inside. I think he's got a run on Reyes. And there he goes. Litchfield.
Samuel Litchfield back out to the race lead. Reyes drops to P3. Nicholas Road says, thank you very much. I think this might be a driver kind of flying under the radar at the moment, but Nicholas Road only 1,600 oval eye rating. He's up to P2, passed 4 cars since the start of the race. Samuel Litchfield with a huge block into turn 1. That's net code. Litchfield goes around.
Saved it right there.
What a save for the 37 machine. I don't know how he kept it straight. It was a huge block after he tried to hold off that really big run that Nicholas Road had. Brian Reyes back out to the race lead. We'll have to take 2,000-3,000 looks at that one. I think this is all started here with this huge block that Samuel tries to throw here into. I believe it's going into turn 1, right? Excuse me, after this turn it'll be. So going into turn 1, and then we'll see how this kind of all gets set up here.
That looks like Nicholas Road having a huge okay, and then he gave it back, and then I think Nicholas Road had too much speed. Where I mean, I know it's unfortunate net code from what it looks like, but he carried a lot of speed and washed up the track, and Litchfield was just unfortunate right there.
There's the block. Here's the inside. Best look at it. There was definitely air between those two drivers. I think that is net code definitely between the two, but it's amazing that incident wasn't bigger than what it was. I mean, look at Mike Chapman having to throw on the brakes there at Mach 2.
Looks like Reyes is back at the point right now with in second. He was involved in an incident early in this race, which he was all the way in the back. I think at P14 at a point, and now he's worked his way back to P3.
How about Michael Durham Jr.? How about it? He's gained 9 positions now since the drop of the year. He was almost involved in a little something earlier with the save of a century with that 0-1 machine. Michael Durham Jr. up to P3. Colin Grace, he did get a little damage, but looks like to get it all fixed back up. Samuel Litchfield is just slip and sliding there out of corner entry and exit. There comes Ryan Kelbashian. Contact with the number 10.
Oh my!
Oh. Excuse me. I guess that was Ryan Kelbashi in contact with the number 10. Oh, we're still wrecking back here. Oh no! Is that the 0-1 involved there as well? Just limping his way to pit lane? No, that's Colin Grace right there. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's Colin Grace. 0-7. Uh-oh. Yep, that's man, that's a separate incident in itself on the front stretch. Yeah, Mike Chapman.
I wonder how that happened to Mike here, Marvin, because that was, I thought, well after the caution had been thrown. Uh-oh, this might get good. Okay, he's going to get it out the way. Maybe drive it the wrong way to the pits there. Hopefully don't get disqualified, but looks like it's going to be a long night for the virtual mechanics on that 0-7. Let's see what happens here as it started with the 10 and 27.
Might have been a checkup involved. I don't know after the caution, maybe.
Here is, God, the turns are so similar. I want to say this is, I'm not even going to try it. Here's Ryan Kelbastian. He got slow there out of the corner exit going into what I think is 4 that time. And then it looks like just the number 10 of Ryan Kelbastian, nowhere to go.
I see Chapman made it. He got loose based on that angle, but it looks like he kept it together. So unless that was... he might have checked up too quick or might have not been cleared during the checkup, and that might have caused his accident. But, yeah, as we're looking at here, inside, I think Colin Grace tried to close the door but was not expecting Kelbashian to come up at that high rate of speed, and unfortunately that's, the end result.
Oh, and here's Mike Chapman on the exit 4, tries to keep it up. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Get out the 3D glasses.
I don't know what happened there.
I'll take a quick look at this race off of pit lane. Oh, Samuel Litchfield goes deep in these slippery pit boxes. About the 0-1, Michael Durham Jr., he was up to P3 on the track. He's now going to restart P1. It looks like the 98 of Nicholas Road will come out 3rd. Brian Reyes takes 2nd. Ryan Kelbashi in 4th. Litchfield 5th. Travis Farmer 6th. Perryman 7th. Ponder Jr. 8th. Trenton Johns 9th. And Virgil Perryman 10th. Golly. Oh, that's the 0-7 of Chapman just coming at us at Mach 2 down there at pit lane. Let's hop on board with the 0-7 and see what he saw after or during this caution. Tries to miss it. Oh, ouch.
I don't know what happened there. Like, I have no idea what happened there. I honestly, I don't think he might have guessed it. I don't know. He might have miscalculated when that pit wall was going to start.
It does sneak up on you. I can definitely, I'll attest to that. So yeah, he had it missed, and then it's a similar color as the racetrack too, so it'll definitely sneak up on you, I think. You can see we got one more pace lap here, so we'll take a look at, if you're just now joining us, so we'll thank you here. Appreciate each and every single one of you joining in tonight as we now have the chase now has started for the Overdrive Cup Series. Angel Delgado, he's up there leading us in the points. Brian Reyes, second place, minus 41 points, and then 3 points behind Reyes is Travis Farmer. Again, a nice consistent season for all these drivers, but really Travis Farmer specifically, keeping it cool, calm, and collected. Trenton Johns fourth. Michael Ponder Jr. is up there in the fifth position for our kind of playoff / chase standings. All right, Marvin, it's we're getting kind of in here to, let's see, our second caution for 6 laps. Leader Michael Durham Jr. I know that you picked Travis Farmer here earlier on in the race, Marvin. You still sticking with that fast number 9?
Oh yeah, I'm still sticking with the number 9 of Farmer, so that's still my pick today.
It's a good one. I'm gonna have to go, golly. This field's been quick there. He's had to deal with some dirty air, but I think that number 37, well, dirty air as well as trying to take away some dirty air as well, but golly. Give me Michael Durham Jr. He's up there, the hot pink machine. That 0-1 has been quick here on the track. It looks like Angel Delgado lets the pack by, so will be shown at least 1 or more laps down. All right, it's going to be Durham Jr. who leads him off into turn 1. Brian Reyes, P2, Nicholas Rode, Travis Farmer, Samuel Litchfield, the top 5. Just waiting on that iRacing safety pace car to find the safety of pit lane. Check on the old YouTube land what we got to say. Stormy saying, am I the only one in race control? I believe you are, Liam. It's all on you, but you've been doing an immaculate job here so far. Keep up the good work here, as well as Michael Durham Jr. is going to try to keep up the good work, as he's just about, call it 100 yards away from this Geico restart zone. Get up, stand up, get up for your life, ladies and gents, because we are green, green, green. Once again in the Overdrive Cup Series, it's Durham Jr., one of the chase drivers. He is up there up front. 1st through 6th belong to the chase drivers. It's now side by side between Travis Farmer and Nicholas Rode.
And Michael Durham Jr., he got a great run, got a great restart on that last caution. Oh, looks like Brian Reyes washed it. Sneaking into the inside. Pretty wide.
Travis Farmer to the bottom of the track, looking to make it 3. Does it stick for that number 9 bow tie? It does. Travis Farmer to P2. Brian Reyes drops a couple spots. How about Logan Perryman starting to join this battle? Oh, that got tight between Litchfield and Virgil. Perryman, Virgil now pancakes it off the wall.
Meanwhile, Durham is just loving this because it's just leading to a 0.7 second between himself and Travis Farmer, who's now having to deal with the road looking on the inside.
Here comes Nicholas Rode, Travis Farmer, Logan Perryman was trying to take away that inside line, and that double 8 into the entrance of the turn. Doesn't look like he had it down. He's going to compromise that exit once again. Man, Nicholas Rode, he's fighting for his rights here tonight. Now he's starting to see that side-by-side in the rear-view mirror. Logan Perryman looks like is going to give way, tries to get the crossover move there out of the exit of 2. Here we go in 3 and 4, I do believe. It's Perryman still trying to take away P5 from that hard-fought position that Brian Reyes has now solidified.
Looks like Durham right now, I mean, he's leading the pack. Nicholas Rhodes not, I mean, he's making a little bit of ground, but not too much. Looks like he got a better run off that corner, so it looks like he's actually 2 seconds away from the leader and about 0.6 away from Rode. Look at this battle here between Perryman, Logan Perryman, and number 42. into sixth with Brian Reyes, top 5. We have Michael Durham Jr. first place. Well, looks like Nicholas Rode has caught up to him real quick. He's looks like he's being very racy right now, looking very good. Oh, he's on the inside. Oh, see, I didn't think it was going to work, but Nicholas Rode. Oh.
What a save there for that 0-1 machine.
Travis Farmer is leading at Indy.
Comes Travis Farmer out of 3, coming to 4 this time. Samuel Litchfield is going to compromise on this sort of gaggle for the race lead. Man, I heard the tires begging for dear life all the way up here in the booth after contact from Michael Durham Jr.'s rear end. He's going to slide his way back to P3 after a save of a century. Here comes Samuel Litchfield looking to dive it down there on the inside of Travis Farmer. Travis Farmer gets his foot back on the gas rather aggressively, keeps it out up front. Samuel Litchfield looking to regroup and rearm as this battle for the final driver interview spots. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, Litchfield was involved in an incident that very early in the race, dropped them back all the way to, I believe it was P14. Now he's
This is, I know I like to say this here quite a bit, but this is actually chess at upwards of 190, 200 miles an hour. What are you going to do down this long back straightaway that we head into, well, front stretch, heading into 1 and 2? You can kind of calculate your moves here, or you going to try to play the mental game. If you're Brian Reyes, maybe try and get Virgil Perryman off of his line. Doesn't look like it. Brian sits right there in kind of that dirty air of the number 21, as now they're fighting really good up here for 3rd and 4th once again. Brian Reyes still sitting, he still sits top 8, but just barely by 1 spot there. He's still trying to get a couple of them back, as Travis Farmer's still trying to get that lead back. The number 9 bow tie Chevrolet Camaro. He's got Monster Energy on the side. He's not going anywhere after, oh, now as I say that, loses about a 10th or 2 there on corner exit.
They got to be careful. I think he ended up costing his exit. It looks like he's catching once again to Litchfield. Is he going to try to push him again? He's going to push him again.
I didn't think Nicholas Rode was going to have the grip and the good years to make that one stick into 1 and 2. He somehow did, though, and now he's up searching in that higher line, getting some more cleaner air on the front nose of his Toyota Camry machine. Like you said, though, it's visually from up here in the booth, it's Travis Farmer still gaining on our race leader.
I don't know if Travis Farmer is trying to conserve some tire, or is he opportunities to he's just Farmer gives him some space. Good, turn 1. Farmer's edge there, and Farmer keeps for P3. So is he going to push? Is Rode going to push Farmer?
Marvin Tater's mic is having a little Mikey's right now, but we'll get that all sorted and back out here to the battles. It's still heating up and broiling up here from Travis Farmer, Nicholas Rode, Virgil Perryman. Virgil and Logan were starting to go at it there for 4th and 6th. Looks like Virgil works his way back up to P4. Michael Durham Jr., the fast bow tie, he's going to drop here to P5 after Travis Farmer is going to lose one. He's going to look around that outside line as Nicholas Rode takes the inside door. Quarter clear for Nicholas Rode to P2 as he's going to try to now hunt down and reel our race leader in of Samuel Litchfield. Samuel has been fast thus far, back out to where he started this race. but with this 60% fuel run, could we possibly get a green flag pit stop? That'll change everything.
There. Oh, Farmer's on the inside. He wants P2 back again, so he's challenging Rhodes for P2.
It's going to be tight, especially as you start to side draft one another. They kind of not to get. Okay, there it is. Travis moves up the track there just a wee bit. Is he still into the inside? He is going into turn 1 and 2. Let's see if he still has enough grip on those right side Goodyear Eagles to make it stick. Nicholas Rode, he searches for some grip on the outside, pancakes the outside wall. Get IHOP sponsorship ready on that number 98. It's hopefully not too much damage on the right side. Wonder if the steering wheel steers straight on the 98. Nicholas Rode going to try to gain a. He's going to try to work his speed and momentum. Try to gain a little bit of speed and momentum going here into turns 1 and 2. Not looking like he's able to make it happen. Logan Perryman is still right on Brian Reyes' rear bumper as well. This is the battle for 6th and 7th out on track. Every single point matters. Every position matters. That's why you still see these drivers still battling pretty tough but clean, especially in this first race of the chase here out at Indy. Litchfield to the race lead. Travis Farmer to P2. Nicholas Rode to P3. We're going to take a quick break up here in the booth. Don't go anywhere. Enjoy these sights and sounds here tonight from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Slowly crank this puppy back down, because the battle for the lead is starting to heat up once again with Samuel Litchfield and Travis Farmer. Travis within striking distance, as we are going to have to start to open our pit stop strategies here. It's got to be within these next couple of laps. These fuel tanks continue to run closer to empty, 60% fuel. Samuel Litchfield, Travis Farmer, Nicholas Rode, top 3 at the moment.
Yeah, Farmer's definitely caught up to Litchfield. He's been consistent all year long. So definitely Farmer is one car to keep an eye on. Rode is fast right now. He is catching these two currently, but seems he's about 1 second away from these front two running cars, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Perryman and Durham right there, 4th and 5th. That's going to be your top 5 right now. Lucas is falling to 6 and is currently almost 5-second lead between himself and the leader, Litchfield.
Now, I did notice that Nicholas Rhodes' fastest lap was a 51.72. That's about 0.3 of a second faster than Travis Farmer's best lap. And then comparing the best lap from from Travis Farmer to Samuel Litchfield, it's only about 0.1 of a second faster for Samuel Litchfield with that fastest lap. So it's screaming around Indy as well as it's still pretty close competition here to one another. Just a couple tenths of a second here separate these drivers on track as well as their fastest lap times. Yeah, I'm still looking at that 0-1 of Michael Durham Jr. here going at it with Virgil Perryman. This has been a nice battle that we've continued to watch here pretty much since the start of the race. It's been clean, calm, cool. I don't know about calm, but it's been clean and cool.
Yeah, it's been pretty relaxed actually these last couple of laps. Like a little bit oopsies here and there, but it's actually been pretty calm and collective with this race. Right now, Farmer, he's just basically just wandering out there. He's like lurching. He's wandering. I think he's saving something. I think he's saving something towards the end of this race. That isn't showing all of his cards yet.
Yeah, that is a lot of green down there in the lap separation machine. That's Travis Farmer. Last 5 laps clears the board. Green all around. Travis Farmer faster the last 5 laps in our race leader. But Marvin, you know this. It's one thing being fast, and it's one thing catching somebody, but it's a whole nother story trying to put that pass down.
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't think it's more or less just trying to save and conserve. I think he's got something for these guys, but he doesn't want to quite lay out all the chips on the table right now. I think Farmer right now is just kind of resting, relaxing, just watching, getting an idea where Litchfield's at, getting an idea where Road is at.
Yeah, I really do agree there with you. He's definitely saving, whether it is those right side tires or saving still a little bit of fuel, allowing that our green flag pit stop to be even faster than his co-competitors. Travis Farmer could have that race-winning strategy in the bag tonight, as he does look very, very fast. Nicholas Rhodes still hounding these drivers with keeping within striking distance is that number 98 Black Rifle Coffee machine. He's up there in the run for the chase, as well as Michael Durham Jr. 3.5 seconds back behind him. The next closest battle, it's between Brian Reyes and Logan Perryman. Logan is back up right behind Virgil Perryman. Interested to see if it's kind of brothers, dads, or what the family kind of relation is there going at it. Oh, here we go. It's going to be kind of right on cue. We got one driver down into the pits. It's Trenton Johns.
Trenton Johns in pit road. Part of strategy probably just come in. This is the tires. 2 tires. Or just make a splash and go. Who knows? Hey, 2 tires coming up.
There they go. Took him just a second, but 4-tire pit stop for the 28 of Trenton Johns. I don't really hate the kind of earlier pit stop strategy here. Maybe, like you said, just kind of get yourself out of some dirty air going into the corners. Although, as far as this strategy goes, there you see the leaders making their way around him there. Oh, Nicholas Rowe.
Yeah. Pounded that wall. He was 0.9 away. Then he closed the gap another half a second. Pancake. He was right there with the leaders. So now he's going to just like letting the cards fall right now because he's shadowing Litchfield. He hasn't gained, but he hasn't lost. So a couple of times he's actually been to his bumper, but doesn't look like he's pushing the envelope right now.
This is also pretty big because if we do get a caution to fly right now, Trenton Johns, he has fallen back to the driver that is now the first driver 1 lap down. So Angel Delgado, who's still trying to search to get his lap back, it could be pretty hard, pretty tough, unless we do start to see things cycle out here.
Yeah, definitely. Have to keep an eye on that. Angel Delgado, he was front runner on there, but looks like we have, who do we have here? Corey Coffers Jr. on the road right now. Because these guys only have 4 sets of tires, so this is definitely going to be some of these guys going to be left with 3.
Comes Corey Calfers Jr. down here into pit lane, headed to me. We'll have to see if he decides to take the 4-tire pit stop that we saw the first driver Trenton Johns take here. Have to get the bifocals out. Right side tires are going up on it. Samuel Litchfield also. The whole pack is coming to me here. Travis Farmer, Nicholas Road in as well. Let's see, back to Corey Calfers Jr. Looks like that was a 4-tire pit stop. He's down and out of pit lane. Samuel Litchfield, Travis Farmer, Nicholas Road. See the invisible pit crews go to work on the right sides. Nicholas Road, Travis Farmer. Here comes Samuel Litchfield up there in that first pit box. Angel Delgado is now in as well. Yeah, it's 4 tires all around the table down here in pit lane.
There you go. Was Rhodes going to beat an Edge Farmer? Yes, he did.
Woo-hoo. There you go, Road. Can't beat him on track. Beat him in the pits. That's where it counts, that we saw in the championship Phoenix race. I still can't. Anyways. Congratulations, Larson, and all that. But, oh, man. That's why pit lane, it's such a valuable, it's all about racing, all about strategy. It's especially only the first race in the chase for the Overdrive Cup Series, but it all comes down to just 1 to 2 points here at the end of the season. Let's see what happens and how fast Brian Reyes is able to get down and off of pit lane. Although he's going to cycle out probably what, 6th or 7th position.
Lee, yeah, looks like. Yep, there goes Litchfield. Oh, there you go. He got out of the pits. He's going to cycle out 6th spot probably.
Comes the 42, I believe that's Virgil Perriman. Yep, right up top of the track. That's kind of a characteristic about here in Indy. You have to go that whole separate lane below the track, even through going back to the back straightaway there. So Brian Reyes not able to get onto the racetrack until that blue cone. That's why you saw him down there below the racing surface and not able to get to race speed as quick as he would like, as he's fallen back to, hey, just like we've called, about 6th to 7th position. Samuel Litchfield with a very nice, clean stop there. He's going to rocket his way, or still sit in the first position. Travis Farmer, remember how close this was up here with the race lead? That's why I keep bringing up this pit stop strategy. It's how well and how clean you're able to get on and off of pit lane. Travis Farmer to P3, and he's got a little gap to make up after that pit stop strategy.
Yeah, he's fighting right now Michael Durham for P3, but looks like Litchfield got quite a bit of time, almost 2 seconds, and then even then 3 seconds between, like, it would be a total of 5 between Litchfield and Farmer, with Rhodes being a 2-second deficit between himself and Litchfield. That probably made a difference in pit road.
And remember, we saw the I forget who it was. when they came down pit road, they had locked up the tires. That's why you see these drivers really try to give it all that they can going into the entrance as well as exit of pit lane. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths of a second mean that much more on the racetrack. Very nice battle here between second, third position. Travis Farmer, Michael Durham Jr. have about that 4.5 second gap over Brian Reyes for P4. Man, this is getting really good. Travis Farmer back up to P2 after he gets the spot back away. Michael Durham Jr. still maybe going on the offensive, but going back to what you brought up here earlier on in the race, Marvin, I like what you mentioned about Travis. He was really not using up his stuff that really earlier on into the run, saving the good stuff for later on in the run. Here we go once again. See if he got the defense to make it move or just lets him go.
Yeah, it looks like Farmer just let him go. He didn't even try at that moment. So I'm thinking Farmer is just tire conserving right now. Conserving pretty good tire. I think he thinks that he's got the car to beat right now. Slap the wall or do anything to take him out of it. I mean, right now he's well in, I think, P3 in points. He hasn't had a win, but he's been very consistent. So I'm thinking he's just things play out. Plenty of time, like about 30 laps to go. Anything can happen. A caution can bunch up the field, and then he can go into.
Another really nice battle. It's Logan Perryman, Trenton Johns. Trenton, he is no longer shown 1 lap down, back on two lead laps. Excuse me there. Looks like Michael Ponder Jr., Angel Delgado, same story for those drivers. I'll take that back. Timing and scoring there, showing Angel Delgado, the first driver, 1 lap down, as Logan Perryman and the 28 still. It takes some out of the drivers to continue to run these side-by-side and battles here from a track like Indy, because it's so finicky in these corners. You miss your mark by maybe an inch or two, and hey, that's going to be the next caution that comes out. So it's, once again, you can try, but it's hard to get better than this Gen 6 racing in the Overdrive Cup Series, live here on Stam Studio Network.
Yeah, definitely. It puts a toll on you for sure. And yeah, it's going side-by-side battling at this rate of speed and making sure you don't or make a mistake that could cost you the entirety of the race. Definitely does put a toll on you, but a lot of these drivers are used to it. But gave him enough room, so that's going to be a battle for the top spot right there.
This has got to be cool, because hey, we've seen some brotherly or some even sons and some dads going at it here on the track, Marvin. We know how that can go, and right now Logan Perryman, Virgil Perryman going at it on the oval side of things. Man, Logan back up to P5 right now, but Virgil is hunting him back down.
Number 88 took. He is going to set his sights on 29 laps to go, and looks like 5 second gap.
Again, it's back and forth. It's cat and mouse. It's kind of a slide job here for Virgil up in front of that number 88 of Logan. Let's see what Logan does with him here through the corner entrance, mid-corner. Here comes exit of 4 back down our front stretch. Virgil Perryman going to break that draft, break the slipstream. Logan Perryman going to follow him back down there. It's looking like Indy car here tonight at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Logan, he's still within striking distance, about a car length or 2 back behind him. Here we go into 2 and 3, or excuse me, 1 and 2. This is at the exit of 2. Sorry, the turns are, they're getting me this confused, Marvin. Imagine behind the wheel, you're trying to be locked in here, and hey, 1 and 3 definitely drive completely different than one another, even though visually kind of the same.
them from one another. Number 42 of Perryman place, and number 88 Perryman. He's probably going to try to make something happen here in the next lap.
So still about that 4. Well, remember, like you said, it was kind of that 4.5, 5 second gap earlier on for the race leader of Litchfield over Durham Jr. It's now shrunk here just a little bit, but keeping our eyeball on this Perryman versus Perryman battle. Actually, that battle for the race lead, the gap is still shrinking. Now to the 8 second range. It's still falling like a rock. We'll come back to this battle here just briefly. Got to check and see if Samuel Litchfield possibly has damage or something. Because I mean, he's back. Well, a 3.6 second gap.
He was about 5.2 seconds back. Michael was 2 seconds back, but looks like the gap is closed almost 2 seconds. I wonder if there was a problem there. Fellas, we're talking about this is Farmer and Reyes.
Farmer, remember, he has the pace here from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. He's trying to hold off one of the fastest driver of the season, which has been Brian Reyes. We'll see if he can continue to hold him off here. As real quick back to that Perryman versus Perryman battle. So the gap for the race leads, I was about to say, it starts to even out just a little bit. But in reality, ladies and gentlemen, sim racing fans of all ages, the gap for the race lead, it is still falling. Now down to 3.2 seconds. If we take a look at the lap time history between the two, that's a lot of green there for Michael Durham Jr. on the bottom side of the screen. A whole second faster on lap 44. You see any damage? I don't see anything that's wrong with the 37. Unless he's maybe just trying to hit his fuel number just that aggressively. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with the car. I mean, I don't see anything myself. Maybe the right front might be a little bit tucked in. Other than that, I mean, unless it's trying to, unless we go onboard camera with Litchfield. Oh, he got loose on that one. Oh, they got very close. I think his on the car is a little bit off. What do you think, Sean?
Yeah, it does look just a little wee bit off, but maybe that's how you got to find the face here from Indy. Like you mentioned too, that right front, it kind of does look a little tucked in there, but it's hey, Indianapolis is a very, very aerodynamically what's the word I'm looking for? It's big on aero. Its aerodynamics are huge. In iRacing, being the simulator and not the video game that it is, you're going to get that stuff simulated. And, well, not sure if that's the reason here that he is losing, I mean, about a 5 second gap here. But Michael Durham Jr. is now within, I wouldn't call it striking distance yet, but he's continuing to reel in that race leader of Samuel Litchfield.
Jr. needs to keep an eye on is he's got to not get too excited, not overuse the car and those tires, slide it into a situation where it could cost him damaging his car, and just kind of slowly creep in there. I mean, Litchfield is playing some sort of mind game where he, has Durham, think that he's got an opportunity and uses it maturely, and then Litchfield just takes off again. I mean, but other than that, I mean, I don't know. I don't see this happening. And then Angel Delgado, he is a lap down right now, so he's not in this mix for position. But Brian Reyes and Travis Farmer are trying to battle for this position for P3, and it looks like neither of those two drivers have given up.
I wonder who.
Oh, kicks it again.
Angel Delgado pushing right now. He's probably even trying to get up to the race leader of Litchfield and get his lap back. We know Delgado's fast enough to do it, but he's got quite a bit of a gap to work with. I think that's, gosh, more than about, I think it's 40 seconds he'd have to work his way, more than that to get back up there. So the Angel, he's still up there in the leader of the lead lap position. Kind of tongue twister there. It all comes out A-OK. Brian Reyes up in front of Angel Delgado. Not gonna really opt to break that draft or slipstream. Travis Farmer, he's this third car in line right now. Like you mentioned earlier, Marvin, he's still fast as well as being kind of on this tire and fuel saving strategy. Back up here to the race lead as Michael Durham Jr. has finally caught up with the race leader, Samuel Litchfield. I wonder if he's just dumping that gas pedal, just trying to save that extra little bit of fuel, or if there's just a bigger problem that we don't know just quite on the 37. It's looking like a pretty big problem right now as he has that 0-1, as big as he's seen him in that rearview mirror all day.
Yeah, that's the biggest he's seen right now. And looks like Litchfield went into pit road. Maybe it was a tire situation. Maybe the tires fell off completely.
Now, this has got to be within the stints for our final stop to go. So if Samuel Litchfield will have to, actually, yeah, we will go back to him real quick. Let's see if he's going to put on the 4-tire stop, which is going to be about a 14, 15 second stop, or does Samuel Litchfield, we know that he has the pace, does he just slap on the 2 tires and call this back and call it good to go back out on the racetrack? Let's see, there's on the right side lifting up. He's definitely going to have to take less fuel, so this will be a quicker stop. Well, it's going to be 4 tires anyways, so Samuel Litchfield, one of the first drivers on pit lane. Trenton Johns into the pits as well. Our strategy right now is open. These drivers are trying to do anything that they can, whatever it takes to try and find victory lane from Indianapolis Motor Speedway tonight.
So now there's a 2-way battle for second spot. It's 1 lap down, so right now the 2 cars fighting for position. Brian Reyes, which they have been basically of this race. Looks like Travis Farmer is edging out just a little. Is Michael Durham Jr. in the 0-1.
All right, we gonna help you out, Marvin. Gonna help myself out as well as everybody down there in YouTube land. Track map up here on the top right of the screen, just for this kind of last pit stop cycle, as it does start to not really cycle out just yet, but we do still have the first comers of the comers and goers. No pause needed there as Logan Perryman is now door quarter clear off of pit lane. Michael Durham Jr. is up there right behind. I think that's the 13 of Michael Ponder Jr. He's about to put him down 1 lap. 7.7 second gap over Travis Farmer. Remember, lots of these drivers still needing to pit for their last stint. Look at the gap there. Excuse me, Michael Durham Jr. has. It's almost a whole one of the quarters of the straightaways that we have. That is about a 7.5 second gap over Durham Jr. That makes it easier. That's like doing better on your exams than going there into finals. You only have to do so much, and it's a lot less that you have to do going into pit lane. You got that gap, those extra points that you can kind of spare.
Now I'm wondering if Michael Durham Jr. is saving fuel. Is he going to try to pit? Or will he?
And remember, we still have the 37 of Samuel Litchfield, who is now, oh my, that's how big of a gap Samuel Litchfield had. He is now back already onto the lead lap. Sure, it's 41 seconds down, so just probably right up there in front of the leader. Yeah, about a straightaway up in front of Michael Durham Jr. right now. Samuel Litchfield, if this does go green, this is going to be where things cycle out as Michael Durham Jr., he knows he has to push it, possibly speeding, going down there into the pits. We'll have to see if there is a penalty that's going to have to be served. Michael Durham Jr. is in. Travis Farmer is in. This is all going to cycle out to Mr. Samuel Litchfield. Well, will it cycle out to Samuel Litchfield? We saw that he gave up about 5 seconds on track. This is going to be tight here. This is going to be the battle for the race lead, for the win at Indy. Here comes the number 37, Samuel Litchfield. That's stopped and it's on the front straightaway. There's Michael Durham Jr. just now getting out of the pits. Samuel Litchfield passes Michael Durham Jr. and Travis Farmer.
Well, now Samuel Litchfield's right now P2. Now, will Reyes come in? We're gonna have to keep an eye on that.
Let's see. I believe Reyes. Yeah, he's still got to make his fuel stop. So it all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. 30 seconds separating Reyes and Litchfield. Litchfield's going to continue to close that gap with the newer tires that he's got on here. 30 already down to 29 and a half. 28 as Reyes is struggling for grip at the moment.
Oh yeah, he's definitely struggling right now. Oh boy, this is going to be, I mean, he should be coming in the pit road one of these and should cycle out. But if he doesn't, I mean, if it goes green, yeah, you can tell Reyes is definitely struggling right now. He's slowing up so badly. But yeah, if it goes on green, I mean, maybe he could try to like keep it going, but I don't know. That's going to be a stretch. But if there's a caution, he's definitely on the pit. And as I say that, Brian Reyes to the pit road, locks up the rear brakes. Hopefully there's no...
Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eyeball on that one because just like, I think that was, the name escapes my mind's right here. Is so much is going on here behind the scenes. But Brian Reyes, at least it wasn't well, I guess he had the brake Reyes all the way to the rear there, because it's kind of interesting that you see the rears completely lock up like that in one of these Gen 6 Cup cars. Brian Reyes down and into the pits. Here comes Samuel Litchfield. Samuel says, hey, I'll take that one. That one was easy. We saw Litchfield give up that 5-second gap of the race lead, but I really do think he has the fuel box. He knows how much fuel he needs to make it to that white and checkered flag. Well, Litchfield, after saving enough, it looks like, I don't want to speak too soon, but it looks like the 37 will get it done here tonight as Brian Reyes is still, he's getting back up to speed, but it's a little too late as Litchfield now with a 17-second gap in front of Reyes.
There's going to be a battle for P3. Farmer's approaching Reyes. I think Farmer was ahead of Reyes before the pit cycles. He was battling him, but Reyes does have a few lap pressure tires, so we're going to have to see if that battle ensues.
Look at the run!
Speed! That's a huge run.
You know, Travis Farmer's going to do something with it too. Oh, just barely clear, but takes away that final driver interview spot. I don't think this battle is over here just yet, as Angel Delgado is trying to push Travis, saying, hey, I'm trying to get up here back to the lead position, but well, that's something that's also too late, is Angel Delgado, unfortunately, incident earlier on in the race, found himself going one lap down, back up to the lucky dog position, but he's going to need at least the caution to make that magic happen. Speaking of make the magic happen, Samuel Litchfield now pulling away.
He's losing time.
Yeah.
He's actually losing time, because last time we checked, or at least last time I saw, it was 7 seconds. Now it's almost 5 seconds. So Michael Durham has pulled in 2 seconds between himself and Litchfield. I'm wondering what's going on with Litchfield.
he's got to be saving some more fuel. I would imagine this is going to pretty much run his fuel tank dry. 12 laps times, I think it's a 2 miles. That's 24 miles still to go on a fuel tank with only 60% fuel available. That's you're not going to be putting down some qualifying laps here if you're Litchfield. Going to be continuing to save, try and keeping that gap as big as you can over Durham Jr. though. Let's hop on board a lap or two here with Mr. Litchfield. Kind of listen in on where he starts to lift and pick that gas back up. Actually it didn't sound like he was trying to save too much fuel there. I mean, he's slight early on the lift, but really I guess he's trying to do all that he can do, but still keeping that pace in it, because now only 3.92 seconds back. Michael Durham Jr., that gap is shrinking.
Let's take a look and go on board with Michael Durham, because I noticed there, Michael Litchfield, he was off of turn 3, and he stays in the gas long. Heard Litchfield lift a little bit and then get back on the gas, which tells me his car is pushing, and Michael Durham's car just came into life. He's just rolling into the gas and keeps it there. So it's extra difference.
Samuel Litchfield, his car looks cool, calm, and collected. It looks glued to the track, but as far as the last lap goes, 53.04. Last lap for Michael Durham Jr. Fastest, excuse me, not fastest on the track, but faster than Samuel Litchfield by about a second here. So if my math is math, and it should only be about maybe 3.5, 4, possibly 5 laps until Durham Jr. is actually able to make a pass, but he's continuing to gain, as well as here comes the number 10 right behind of Ryan Kilbashian. He is, of course, 1 lap down. Actually, 6 laps down, excuse me, there. All right, what's it going to take here for, I don't think Michael Durham Jr. to catch him, because I think he's going to do it here, Marvin, but what's it going to take for Samuel Litchfield? We saw him throw some blocks earlier on. Is it going to take that level of defense, or what's about to happen?
Well, I don't know. I have no idea. With 8 laps to go, man, I have no idea. Litchfield, he's going to definitely throw some blocks, but the thing of it is that his car just doesn't roll into the corners as good as Durham. If anything, it's just going to be a 1-lap shootout between those two if Durham catches them.
And look at, I don't know if this is teammates making the Dream Ace action here happen here or what, but Kilbashian, he's helping out that 0-1 of Michael Durham Jr. That's not really opting to make the passes there into the corners. I don't think that Michael Durham Jr. even needed the help, but a little bit of teammates help might make that pass just that much easier. Yeah, still Kilbashian giving a nice brotherly shove, the tush push, if you will, there to that rear bumper panel. Samuel Litchfield, that gap is now under a second between Litchfield and Durham Jr.
Oh boy, this is gonna be it's gonna be a fight to the finish right there. I mean, Litchfield's definitely the caution right now. Now this may change things. Colin Grace, oh boy, there you go, got out of the way. Oh my goodness, this may change things, because now it might be. What do you think? Are you Litchfield? Do you go in and get that extra set of tires, fresh tires under the car, or do you stay out and just try to see what happens?
Oh God, that's why I guess we get paid big bucks to be down or up in the broadcast booth and not down there on top of the pit boxes, because that's a great question, and I don't know. It kind of brings me up to, oh, look at Mike Chapman barely staying out there in time as the pit road lights came on. That's a really tough question here, Marvin. I know that when I saw Hamlin pit today and take the 4 instead of the 2, I was like, what are we doing? So will that be about some deja vu happen here? Is that the 2 brothers? Is that Virgil and Logan in it? I think it is. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
this is going to be their next family gathering. Will be real fun between these 2.
I mean, it definitely was a racing incident. It was nothing egregious because it looked like the 88 Perryman washed up and hit the wall, got tight, and then unfortunately the 42 of Logan, the 42 of Perryman, got the repercussions of that one.
All right, we'll re-rack them, restack them just after this pit stop here. This is the big one. This is the money stop. No speeding. Gonna hit your marks just right on the money. Gonna try to for these drivers. Litchfield leads him down there into pit lane. Michael Durham Jr. is in tow. Brian Reyes, Travis Farmer, Virgil, Trenton, Logan, that top 7. Marvin, we're coming to you. Here comes our race leader, Samuel Litchfield.
Litchfield right now leading the field. Looks like Durham went into his pit right now. Reyes is coming in as well. Are we going to see 2 tire stops, or are we going to see a 4-tire stop?
Right side is up and lifted. Oh, we're going to have a Hamlin call here. It's going to be 4-tire call on Samuel Litchfield. Loses the race lead. This is deja vu. Exactly what just happened in the NASCAR Cup Series Championship. Samuel Litchfield drops to P3. Trenton Johns, Travis Farmer to P2 and P3 after Michael Ponder Jr. stays out on the racetrack. Oh my God, this is going to get wild. No way. I cannot believe it's the same thing that happened today from the real life Cup Series Championship. Here's another look at it. No. Yeah, there you go. Farmer just barely. Oh no, excuse me. That's Trenton Johns just barely over Travis.
Barely got it.
Whew. That's what tenths of a second will get you here. Alrighty, well, it's all come down here to this. We've had some change in some weather. It's been foggy. It actually got clear about mid-race, and now it's the clouds are starting to roll in once again. We have had 3 cautions for only 8 laps. There's been some fairly clean racing here today from up in Indy. Leaders, Michael Ponder Jr. after staying out on that most recent caution. Tires, that was one of Marvin's kind of pre-race things to watch. Tires going to be pretty interesting coming to what could be 3 and 2 laps to go. 9 lead changes. Let's take a look at weather here. Okay, I don't think it's updated here just yet because it's still 66 and 95% humidity points. Clouds are starting to roll in here, Marvin. Hopefully the spotters are ready to go up on the virtual spotter stands. We are side by side. We're getting ready to crown a winner out here at the Brickyard.
Oh boy, do you think it's going to be another overtime call there, Sean, or do you think we're going to go and see it up into the checkers?
Gosh, like I mentioned earlier on in the race, the restarts are the biggest thing to watch here. I don't know why. I think, well, if I had to guess, I think things just get so checked up there on that the front straightaway as we start to take the green. So just because of that, I am going to go yes. I think we'll re-rack them, restack them at least one more time. But what are you thinking here, Marvin? Only 3 cautions so far throughout the race.
Oh, I don't know. Doesn't look like there's going to be another green checkered, but you never know. I mean, Litchfield may just pull a Hail Mary and try to get first place again, but
All right, race fans, Angel Delgado. I'm shown Angel Delgado back on the lead lap. Hey, he might be able to work his way up. Steal 108 tonight in this Overdrive Cup Series. We know that he's had the speed, had the pace to do it here earlier on in the season. But we got some new faces in some new places. It's Trenton Johns who stayed out. He's on about 10 lap older tires. Travis Farmer is up there on the outside row. Samuel Litchfield, Brian Reyes, Michael Durham Jr., Virgil Perryman are the top 3 rows. Ladies and gentlemen, get up, stand up, throw the hats like it's graduation time. It is green flag racing here at the virtual Brickyard. Trenton Johns gets a nice jump as we have 3 coming to 2 laps to go. Next time by, it's side by side from 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th on back.
Oh my goodness, right now. The tight and blocks up the track. Litchfield now in P2. Oh boy, but Michael Durham, he's been the fastest car so far. We see that. Oh, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. No! Oh man, Brian Reyes, he had that saved, but unfortunately, Colin Grace had to check up and got hit from behind, and unfortunately, that's going to throw up the 4th caution of the day.
I'm right there with you here, Marvin. I think that all started with the contact between Brian Reyes and, is that Angel Delgado? Looks like, okay, Brian looking down the middle of 3 here, and then I think, yeah, this compromises his exit going into 2 and 3. Excuse me, his compromises his entry, and then just no fault of Brian Reyes' own here, even with that compromised entry. Logan Perryman kind of got a little friendly with that right side quarter panel. Up there, spinning almost, and then around goes Colin Grace. Things happen quick as you're running upwards of 180, 190 miles per hour here, Marvin.
Oh yeah.
Hopping on board with Colin here. Ow.
I mean, he would have had to save, but unfortunately, hit from behind and no fault of his own.
Yeah, good call. Let's take a look at the rear onboard shot here from Colin Grace. You'll hear him start to check up. That's the infamous, it's funny when it happens to somebody else, but never funny when when the engine blowing up happens to you there. Here's our kind of fan cam action at it here. There's the spin, almost spin. What a save for Brian Reyes. And then, maybe hopefully not any hurt wrist here tonight for the Colin Grace machine. I guess we got to take a better look here, bring out the forklift before we get going green flag racing here. Here's a better look at Reyes and Perryman. Remember what I mentioned earlier, it's a game of inches, an inch or two in these corner entrances and exits. You slip up the track here just a little bit, and that could be all she wrote.
Yeah, totally agree, Sean, totally agree. But right now, with another overtime, as I was mentioning before, if this happens again, Brent Owens, he's in P1. He was not really up to the top, or even in the top 5 really throughout this whole race. And right now, he's currently sitting in P1. Litchfield's in P2. I believe Travis Farmer is in P3, or believe it might be Michael Durham Jr. Yep, he's P3, Farmer P4, and Angel Delgado, who was on the front row, but unfortunately hit the wall and got dropped back to a lap down to fix the damage, currently sitting in P5. So this is definitely going to be a one to watch for the towards the end of this race.
I've kept it on here, the driver out of Burnside, Kentucky, Michael Durham Jr. here, because that's, I don't know, that's just a very interesting profile picture he's got there. Travis Farmer, not opted for any profile picture, but like you said, Marvin, pretty good run for him tonight. Still restart to your 4th and 5th driver out of Claremont, Florida. He was one of our front runners, as well as got up to the championship last year. Wasn't able to come away with it there if it wasn't for just one untimely caution. But Angel Delgado, he is up there running in the front standing of our points. He's looking to go and for some redemption on that Overdrive Cup championship here this season. And like I keep referencing, it all starts right here, right now, the first race of the chase. And every tiny single little point's going to matter. Trenton John, Samuel Litchfield, Michael Durham Jr., though, it's really been fun to watch these drivers, some newer names, some newer places up here out up front, especially Trenton Johns. I mean, how about it? He's keeping a 10-lap tire disadvantage. Continue to, oh, I take that. I'm showing two different things here, so regardless, this has been a really fun race to watch, and it's been really fun to watch Trenton Johns work his way towards that front of the pack.
Yeah, it looks like we have how many cars on the lead line? I believe there was 10.
Yeah, 10.
England's race currently. However, I'm wondering who's going to come from the top 5 somewhere. But who's it going to be? That's going to be another question that will be answered here very shortly. Will it be Trenton Johns? Will it be Litchfield? Will it be Durham, Farmer, Delgado maybe? Or could it be Brian Reyes right there, who's sitting in P6? So we'll have to find out here, huh, Sean?
Yeah, I'm getting pretty antsy here. The nerves are starting to build. I am ready to crown a Brickyard champion the Overdrive Cup Series season. Overdrive Cup Series here on Stam Studio Network. My name is Sean Stam. Got Marvin Samayor, the Marvin Tater, up here in the booth, as well as Liam out here right beside us over in race control. Liam, thanking all that you do. Hewling, Cowser, Daniel Selway Jr., thanking all that you gentlemen do here for our race league and keeping these drivers putting on a show for every single one of you joining us here tonight on Stam Studio Network. Couldn't be doing it without each and every single one of you. You're catching us live or just watching that race replay in the broadcast. Well, we're going to just throw it down to 2 laps to go. Trenton John, Samuel Litchfield, Michael Durham Jr., Travis Farmer, Angel Delgado up in that top 5. Looks like we got a driver peeling off. That's going to be Mike Chapman, who peels off down into the pits as well. It's foggy out here. These fans are ready for it. The cardboard cutouts up on the feet. Get up on your feet as well. We are green, green, green. 2 laps to go from the virtual Brickyard. Trenton Johns. Here comes 3 wide for P2, 3, and 4. Look at Angel Delgado. Make the inside work. Contact. Oh, hang on to her.
Oh, I didn't think that was going to work, but Angel Delgado ended up. Here he goes. Brian Reyes up into the marbles.
I didn't think it would work either. It continued not to work, but now it is somehow working. And is it somehow Angel Delgado back from the dead? He is fighting for the race lead. We are going to come around to complete 1 lap to go. Here comes Angel Delgado. If this is the white flag, anything goes out of turn number 4. 1 more lap to go. This time by Angel Delgado has no patience. Contact with Trenton Johns. Angel Delgado whips the wheel to the right, 90 degrees. He's able to keep it out up front. Samuel Litchfield down to P2. Trenton Johns falls like a rock. It's white flag to go.
Where did he come from?
Oh, no! Angel Delgado up and in traffic, but this is the white flag. Anything's going to go. It's 2 wide for P2. Michael Durham Jr. to the point. Last time down our back straightaway. 2 more turns to go. Still side by side for P2. Samuel Litchfield, Travis Farmer, but it's Michael Durham Jr. to the points coming on turns 3 and 4.
Oh boy, that was one spectacular final lap. Durham Jr. is going to take the point.
He's going to do it.
The drag race. between Farmer and Litchfield. Farmer yet again consistency. Litchfield P3, Trent Jones.
What a race. What a finish. Michael Durham Jr. finishes P1 here tonight. Travis Farmer takes away P2. Samuel Litchfield to P3. What is that? Oh, .00. That's all I'm showing in timing scorings, but that is a thousandth of a second differential there separating second and third from Travis Farmer and Samuel Litchfield. What a race, what a finish. Michael Durham Jr. full authority, man. Burn this puppy down, down, down. Michael Durham Jr. to the virtual victory lane. Travis Farmer and Samuel Litchfield up to the virtual broadcast booth. How about the teamwork, making the dream work happen tonight? Michael Durham Jr. to the race win. How about Trent Johns up there, finishes P4. Very nice run for that number 28 Toyota Camry machine. Burn them down, boys. Well deserved victory. All right, before we take a look at some unofficial, official race results here tonight, so we're going to have to take a look at, excuse me, I had that backwards. Before we take a look and interview the top three drivers, we're going to take a look at these unofficial, official race results. Michael Durham Jr. with the race win out of MTL Motorsports. Travis Farmer coming in P2 in that number 9 Monster Energy paint scheme. Samuel Litchfield out of Green Phantom finishes P3. Trenton Johns, Michael Ponder Jr., Logan Perryman, bunch of MTL Motorsports drivers up there. What did I say? Teamwork, making the dream work happen here. Teammates making the dream mates happen as well. Angel Delgado gets spun from the race lead there on the white flag lap. Brian Reyes, Virgil Perryman, Ryan Kilbashian, Colin Grace, Mike Chapman, Corey Calvers Jr., Nicholas Rode making out that top 14. Don't go anywhere, because here in just a few moments' time, we are going to interview the top three drivers. But real quick before we do, here's a quick look at what happened to Mr. Angel Delgado. Well, that's that's full speed right there. We're gonna have to slow and bow this puppy down, because here comes Nicholas Rode. Looks like I want to say that Angel Delgado just kind of got loose out there out of corner exits, and then found himself out and around Michael Durham Jr.'s front nose. I'm not going to keep these drivers waiting any longer, so I'll work my way over to the the driver interview virtual broadcast booth. Hey, Big Mike, Michael Durham Jr., this is Sean Stam, live down here in virtual Victory Lane. You got yourself a copy, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, Michael Durham Jr., congratulations on the race win. That white flag lap was absolute madness, and I think that's even an understatement. Walk us through that last race restart, man. What was going through your minds there?
I was just trying to get to that inside. That inside was fast. I was on 4 fresh tires. I know some people took right side, so I was just trying to take advantage of it. And Delgado came up and pushed me up, which, it's just hard race, and, everybody's trying to fight for, to win the race. So it was fun. It was hectic is what it was.
Man, it looks like it out there. I almost wanted to be side by side with you, but And like you said, there was that contact off the front nose there. Angel Delgado sliding across the front nose. I'm sure that kind of caught you off a surprise because he got loose in about a snap of a second, did Delgado.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere. I knew he was up top, and all of a sudden he was just coming down. I guess he just wasn't clear. You know, I just didn't try to spin him out. I didn't have enough time to slam on the brakes, so feel sorry for him. You know, him being laps down, coming back, fighting for the win.
Man, well said there, Michael. Well, a lot of fun to watch you work your way into victory lane here tonight. Who we shouting out to gets it done for you?
MTL, you know, Virgil, Logan, Michael Ponder, and Trenton Johns, you know, just us practicing, you know, this track. It's one of my favorite tracks to race at, so I was trying to hoping to win, but it was a good race with everybody.
Well, started 13th, worked your way up to first. Thank you so much, Michael Durham Jr. Have a great rest of your night, and best of luck here throughout the rest of the chase and the rest of the Overdrive Cup Series season.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Michael. I'm going to throw it down there. I believe Mr. Marvin Tater, Marvin Samayo, has caught up with our P2 finisher. It's Travis Farmer. Oh, actually, I'm not seeing Travis here. Marvin, I am showing Samuel Litchfield here with us, though, as I guess Samuel Marvin, you both got stuff a copy.
Yes, sir.
Samuel, this is Marvin. Man, that was one heck of a race. Can you kind of give us walk through what happened there towards the end? We noticed that you were leading the majority of the race during middle of the run. What happened? Durham, you know, he looks like he was catching you. Was there an issue? Were you trying to save tire?
Just a pace difference. Halfway through the race, the last half, my pace just completely fell off. The first green flag pit stops, I only took right sides, so that might have killed my pace. So I could just get ahead of people. And then the second green, I took 2, and he was still catching me. So yeah, I think it was just a pace issue on the back half of the race.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Thank you for clarifying that. And man, you were very close. Did you feel like you needed anything extra to just, secure that win there for here today?
If Angel wasn't driving like a dumbass, yeah. But that's just my thoughts. Sorry for cussing. Oops.
No, you're good. You're good, man. Yeah, that's it was an intense race. Definitely definitely a lot of action there. Is there anybody who'd you like to give a shout out to makes all this possible?
I want to thank God for letting me have this racing equipment, and my dad, and my teammates too.
All right, that's Samuel Litchfield. That's P2 or P3, I believe, for P3 for Samuel Litchfield. So back to you, Sean.
All right, appreciate it, Marvin Tater. Thanks, Samuel, for taking a couple moments here with us. I'm showing somebody else up here in the interview booth. Not showing a name though, but Stormy. Since
race control.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, well, that's the first time. Not first time, but pretty rare that we got race control out here for driver interview. And I wanted to say, Liam, immaculate job here tonight. We saw you in the YouTube chat asking, if it's just you, and it was, and you did immaculate job up there. I'm sure it was a lot of fun to watch as well.
Yeah, man, it was more of one of the more rougher ones that I've had to deal with. I'm usually either with Daniel or Hewling, or all three of us are up at the booth at the same time. I feel like I did a good job, and honestly, I had a little driver's meeting before everybody got to qualify. I told them I'm the only one in the booth. There might be some calls that were wrong. Just don't give me grief. Make this an easy night, and it really was an easy night. But I feel like we could have avoided those cautions there at the end, but kind of hard to when it's coming down to the final few laps. But I have good racing, everybody. Thanks for coming in, and you guys have a good start to your week.
Well, appreciate that, Liam. You do the same as well, and that was a lot of fun. Hopefully we get you back up here in race control, or maybe even out on track sometime for Overdrive. But thanks again, and hopefully you have a great rest of your night, Liam.
Yep, you too.
Alrighty, that's going to do it for us here tonight on Stam Studio Network. But if you want to catch some more NASCAR action, at least some super speedway stuff, I'll be live here in about an hour time for Midwest Elite Racing. There you see up top, the graphics finally updated there. It's Sean and Marvin tonight. No Justin Yamentator, but thanks everybody. That was a lot of fun to watch as we continue to now crest our way even further throughout the points and the chase for the Overdrive Cup Series. Thanks everybody. Have a great rest of your night, and remember, you got to fly those virtual flights, drive those virtual cars home safe. We'll see you next time. Thanks everyone.